I used to carry around way too many tools doing jobs, and then I discovered a multi-bit screwdriver. I've actually seen electrician friends use these before. I didn't get it until I used it myself. You can do many jobs with one tool, save a lot of space in the toolbox, and with a professional tool, you don't have to worry about rounding off screws and those things because this thing stays together for a long time. Now let me show you how this Klein 11-in-1 multi-bit screwdriver is perfect for RV owners and RV techs. Now before we start, let me give you a safety disclosure so no one gets hurt. These screwdrivers are not insulated screwdrivers, so they are not used for working on live circuits like an insulated screwdriver would be. So if you're going to work on electricity, make sure you turn the power off first. Now, let's get into it. The Klein brand is well known in the electrical industry, so they make high quality tools for doing professional work, but if you're also a DIYer or an RV owner, this is perfect for that as well because it saves a lot of space and you're not worrying about subpar tools. So the bits on the end of these, they don't round off like ones like this would be. See how that's very shiny and rounded off? We flip this over to the square bit. It still has nice sharp edges so you're not stripping out a screw. And my cat likes it too. So let me take this apart and I'll show you all the bits and pieces inside of it so you can see what the 11-in-1 parts are. So you can flip it over in a handle. Now we're looking at the center of it. Let's break it right down here. Okay, our different screwdriver bits. We have a Phillips and a flathead. You have a larger one and you have a smaller one. Then we have two different size torque bits, larger and smaller. Same with your square bits. We have a number 2 and a number 1. And then these just hold the bits in place. One of these is larger than the other, as you can see. And when you come to the end of this guy, so the smaller one here is for a 5/16 nut driver. The larger end is a 3/8 nut driver. And if you need a 1/4 inch nut driver, you'll be just like that. You can configure this any way you want to. We'll put the bits in whatever orientation works best for yourself. I usually keep the Phillips together. So that's in one end. And the other end, I don't use a torque that often for my work, but occasionally I do. It's nice to have it. I don't have to go dig for one. I use a number 2 square bit most often in RVs. There we go, we're ready to work. Now as an RV tech, number 2 square bits are the most common around the whole RV, but I often use Phillips as well when you're working on little screws, so I can flip it around just like that. When I come across situations I need a smaller Phillips, I'll keep both of those together so I don't have to remember where they're at. And if you need a flathead, you just flip that side around. Then when I get into the nut driver side, you can just take that little bit out. You have the 1/4 inch nut driver. If you need a 5/16, you're just like that. In 3/8, you have to flip it around and pull out the bit, just like that. So you can see how convenient this is, having one tool doing many different jobs. I'm not digging through a tool bag of trying to find a smaller Phillips, a smaller flathead, a larger flathead, a square bit, a nut driver. Now a frequently asked question I get from other RV techs when they're looking to fill their tool bag is, are the tips magnetic? No, these are not magnetic tips. I do carry a long Phillips, a long nut driver of 1/4 inch, a 5/16 for those really long, hard to reach places where I don't want to lose a screw and the magnet can pull it out. So if you're using this, it's great for screws that are right next to the bit where you can grab them when you're pulling them out. You're not going to drop them that way. So that's why having the right tools for the job make things more efficient, less frustrating. And if you want some more RV tips for maintenance and repair just like this, you can check out our website on the RV education page.